British boarding is actually in quite a strong place. There are now over 75,000 boarders at 500 boarding schools in the UK. That's the highest number of boarders that there has been for over a decade. In terms of thinking about some of the challenges for British boarding, there are many, of course, but there are three which I think are worth considering. The first one would be around the sort of double-edged sword of reputation of boarding in the UK. On the one hand, it has a fantastic reputation for pastoral care and excellence and all-round education, but sadly there is another side as well, which is to do with legacy issues to how boarding was done in the past. The second one is about affordability. Boarding school fees have risen sharply in the last 20 years, and there's a sort of danger that boarding schools could become for the children of the very, very rich, and also then, means-tested bursary. The third challenge is perhaps around pupil mix, managing the sort of UK and international pupil mix, so that numbers are balanced and there's wide representation of students from as many countries as possible. It's a challenge for schools.
I'm a counselling psychologist with a long history of working in boarding schools. I'm going to be talking about stress and self-harming and how it isn't a contagious disease. It's not a suicide attempt. It's a way of trying to keep yourself alive but rid yourself of deep emotional pain by using physical pain.
I'm here this morning to talk about preparing for a boarding inspection. Different schools operate in different ways, but they all end up in the same place, which is making central to the life of the school the welfare and safety of the children in their care. I've emphasised the importance, the critical nature of the national minimum standards in a school's preparation. Preparing for a boarding inspection can be stressful, but provided you've met the criteria of the NMS, then it is not necessarily a difficult experience.
I'm a teenage novelist, but in the last few years my speciality has become the teenage brain and stress. The things that we can do that give us some control over our brain, and we can really only have that if we understand something about how the brain works, by showing teenagers and the adults who care for them, whether it's their parents or their teachers, that many of the experiences that teenagers have, often negative experiences, can be explained by biological things that are happening in their brain and body, and also by some quite specific external stresses, things that they have to deal with at their age. I think when we understand why we do what we do, whatever that is, whatever age we are, we can be much more in control of it and feel much better about it and about ourselves.
We're here presenting on a piece of house management software which we've written at Kyoto School Whitley. No one goes into being a boarding staff or housemaster mistress to do paperwork. They do it because they want to help the children in their house, and effectively this system gives you back your time that you can use to actually make that happen.
Really fascinating from a house mistress point of view, so that's got some good ideas to take back to my team at school, but it's been really, really interesting.
Very good, excellent, very informative.
Really enjoyed the sessions earlier on inspection and the software. That was absolutely fabulous, and this afternoons were really inspirational. So it's been a great day. I'm really glad I came.